Hello everyone, I am Nyoman Mutiara Dalta, and this is my presentation about business English. So in this video, there will be four main topics. The first one is problem solving meetings. The second one is vocabulary building. The third one is meeting at a glance, and the last one, or the fourth one, is cross-cultural tips. So without any further ado, let's jump into the first topic. So the first topic is about problem solving meeting. When we have a meeting, we must state the problem first. So how can we state the problem? So there are some expressions that you can use to state the problem. The first one is we are facing a problem with blah blah blah. And then we need to look at the question of blah blah blah. And then in this meeting, I would like to raise the problem of blah blah blah, and then you state the problem. And then we must confront the problem regarding to blah blah blah. And after we state the problem, we will say the cause of the problem. In saying the cause of the problem, we will use some expressions. The first one is the problem was caused by blah blah blah. This problem resulted from blah blah blah. And the third one, the problem was a result of state the cause, and then it was due to blah blah blah. And after we state the cause, usually the chair will say the root of the problem is blah blah blah, or the heart of the problem is blah blah blah. So what does that mean? So the meaning of the root of the problem is the underlying cause or a fundamental essence of some problem or problem. I'm sorry. So we can say the underlying cause by the root of the problem is blah blah blah, or the heart of the problem is blah blah blah. And then next is a brainstorming. So when we asking the participants about the how to solve the problem, we can ask them how can we solve the problem, and after we get the decision, we can do a troubleshooting by saying we can solve this problem by blah blah blah. And the third one is handling the problem. So handling the problem is how we handle by the problem. The key term is to solve the problem, we should blah blah blah, or to find the solution, we should blah blah blah, and to deal with the problem, we should blah blah blah. And I forget the last one is to overcome the problem, and to avoid the problem, we should blah blah blah. The fourth one is deadlines of the meeting. So to meet the deadline, or to respect the deadline, is good because we finish it on time, not to reach the deadline. While to go over deadline or to miss the deadline is bad. For example, we finish the project on time, so that means we respect the deadline. And for the other example, Bunga arrived at the meeting in time. So in time means they meet the deadline, so that means it's good. The next one is the second topic, vocabulary building. So if you want to make a suggestion, we usually make a suggestion if we want to put forward, invite, welcome, or reject. For example, I made a suggestion that we should blah blah blah, or I have a suggestion regarding to this problem that we should blah blah blah. And talking about the suggestion, I have some suggestion that is we should blah blah blah. And next is decision. In decision, we can make a decision if we want to come to reach, reconsider, or arrive at. For the example, we made a decision to blah blah blah. We'll reach a decision about blah blah blah, that we have to blah blah blah, and then that's all. And next one is plan. We want to present a plan if we approve, reject, carry out, or drop something. So for example, there's next, implement. And next one is objective. So we achieve the objective if we meet, state, agree to, formulate, and the agenda. To draw up the agenda, we should put together, put something on, draft, and circulate. For example, there are 5 items on the agenda, or the subject is very high on my agenda. Next, to tell our opinion. If we want to tell our opinion, that means we hold or we express, give, agree with, or ask for. We can tell our opinion by saying, in my opinion, we should blah 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 blah. Or the other example, I have a different opinion with you. For me, we have to blah 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 blah. Next. Okay, we are on the third topic. Our third topic is meeting at a glance. So, meeting at a glance divided into three parts. That is introduction, discussion, and the ending. So, yeah, introduction. This is the introduction of the meeting at the first at a glance. I'm sorry. So this is the introduction. In introduction, the chair usually do a greeting, and then ask every participant, do you have a copy of the agenda? So, and then the chair will tell the objective of the meeting, and then tell how long the meeting will take. Next is the discussion. If we do the meeting, there must have a problem that we will to discuss, and we will to find the solution. After the chair state the problem and the discussion is begin, the chair will ask every participant's opinion to solve a problem and to make a decision about the problem solving. And then after that, ending. The last part is the ending. And in the ending, the chair will summarize about what that he and the participants have decided about in this meeting, and then after that the chair will divide the participants into some parts that have a different role. For example, like in this the dialogue, we are going to blah blah blah. Peter will prepare blah blah blah. John is responsible for blah blah blah. And then after that, the chair will asking the participant, is the meeting clear? And there will be a short asking question and answering question section to make everything clear. And after that, the chair will end the meeting. The last topic is the cross-cultural tips. So there are many different types of business meeting. In addition, how participants will depend upon the different culture that based on the cultural background. So next, the preparation. In preparation, some culture are happy with the telephone meetings in the preference of personal contact. The second one, some culture expect pre-meeting documentation and briefing documentation and briefing and briefing information. I'm sorry. The third one, some culture will prefer communication of prepared ideas, and the fourth one, the some culture will prefer fact over the opinion. So fact is more trusted rather than some people's opinion. Next is the structure. The structure, some culture regard a small talk as an essential to establish the required personal relationship. So if we want to get close to someone else, we have to have some talk because that is essential. The second one is prefer certain types of meeting to others problem solving. The third one is some cultures view informality is unprofessional, and the fourth one, they some culture expect to work systematically based on the agenda, so they should follow the agenda, the schedule on the agenda. And the last one, they work organically and value flexibility. Next is the rules. Rules, some cultures see prefer the chair as a controller and decision maker rather than just a facilitator. And the second one, some culture prefer an individualist to a collectivist approach. And the third one, some culture expect important decisions was made by the senior personnel in agency rather than a junior in agency. Next, the language and communication. Some people can find idiomatic language difficult, so it will be better if when we talk, we keep it short and simple but easy to understand. Next, some people can be frustrated by native speaker domination, so please allow others to speak. The third one is misunderstand silence. And the last one, some people can be offended. And next one is time. Some culture is respect punctuality. So yeah, and the second one is very concerned with deadlines. That means they really respect time, highly appreciate time, so we cannot finish something late, for example. And then the third one is flexible about time. That is about time. Next, decision making. In making a decision, they prefer logic decision rather than a imagination decision. Next, they prefer diplomacy to open the disagreement. The third one, they don't like interruption and contradiction, so be careful. And the last one, they see darkness as a rude thing to do. And next, the last one in the cross-cultural tips is non-verbal aspect. In non-verbal aspect, people may expect formal dress code. That means when we come to the meeting, we should use a formal suit rather than a non-formal suit like using hot pants or tank top. That's not good. So it's better to use a formal suit. And next, handshaking is the basic. For why? Because it can establishing a personal relationship. So if you want to get closer to someone, and handshaking is essential. The third one is we should exchange the business card. Why? Because it's important. And the fourth one, when we call each other, it's better to use first our family names rather than the other names. So the last one, mistake friendliness for unprofessionalism. Next. Oh, that is the last of my presentation. I hope all of you is understand. So thank you for watching. Bye.